Thank you for considering G-Force for your parking lot project. Each G-Force location is veteran-owned and uses the latest and greatest Graco state-of-the-art equipment with onboard computers and laser technologies for perfect results every time. We hope you'll choose G-Force for all your pavement marking needs.
When you hear funny noises like that, like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services.
Whether you've got slow drains or clogged drains, take advantage of our 93 or it's free sewer drain clearing special. We'll even include a camera inspection and 1-year no clog guarantee.
Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Once upon a time, moving was stressful and far from a fairy tale.
How are we supposed to move our house and get rid of our junk?
But the big bad move was no match for college hunks hauling junk and moving.
Have no fear, the hunks are here.
College hunks did all the packing, moving, and unpacking for the family. They also hauled away the unwanted clutter to be properly donated and recycled. And the family moved happily ever after. Make moving and junk removal less stressful and more magical.
Thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers for the excellent sports medicine care they provide to our school and community. St. Francis Sports Medicine and Bon Secours Piedmont Orthopedics. Together, we keep you moving.
You want your day to be perfect, whether it's your wedding, prom, pageant, or homecoming. Demetra Designs understands. Voted best in the upstate, Demetra Designs is the upstate's largest full-service bridal emporium, featuring top designers for pageant, homecoming, and prom. Offering the selection of a major city retailer, from hair to makeup to photos, Demetra is committed to making all eyes turn when you enter the room. Visit our website right now. Print your instant Demetra formal wear savings coupon. Demetra Designs Bridal Emporium, Pleasantburg Drive, Greenville.
When you hear funny noises like that, like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services. We'll fix that too. Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Congratulations to head coach Amy Godfrey. She was named the SCACA Coach of the Year for all classifications as she won 3A Region 2, the Upper State Championship, the State Championship, and South Carolina Volleyball Coach of the Year. She will be recognized at the annual awards dinner this July.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. You'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
On time and friendly. Very pleased with Preferred. Would highly recommend. Prompt service. Technician was skilled, polite, and efficient with our plumbing issues.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Thank you to C&M Garage Door Services for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. Keep your garage door running smoothly. Garage door tune-up, springs, cables, gear kits, safety sensors, noisy rollers, and new installs. Quality work at a reasonable price. Contact C&M at 864-325-1517. That's 864-325-1517.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Walhalla, South Carolina, where the Canes will have one last scrimmage versus the Walhalla Razorbacks before Week 1 against Jefferson High School. I'm Blake Miller here in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth on the 84 Lumber pregame show, and I'm joined with a former Canes center and Billy Gibson, who centered for some of the great quarterbacks, and Kelly Bryant and Jay Urick. How you doing, Billy?
Man, it's a great day. Any day you get to come out and watch some high school football, it's awesome to be here, and I'm just ready to get into it.
Yeah, and the last time the Canes were on the football field, I was privileged to be there in Hart County, and they played Madison County, a triple option threat kind of football team, and they played really well. Colton Bagwell had well over 150 rush yards, 3 rush touchdowns, looked really good, as Coach Freight talked about him this week. I think the best thing he can do is run the ball, and to be honest with you, and Austin ruined the rest of that quote, so you can blame that on him. But, Billy, Colton Bagwell has looked – I know you haven't been able to see a lot, but what we've seen so far is he's able to do both and to a level that even I didn't think was possible for 4.
Yeah, just from the clips I've been able to see on Twitter and just all around social media, you can really tell that he's coming into his own as a runner. And the passes have been there, but really just as a pure dual threat, do-it-all type of quarterback, it's really going to help Wren this year just moving forward.
Yeah, and the offensive line has also been a pleasant surprise. The likes of Cooper Sanders named first team All-Upstate this week, and Lonnie Blassingame also named second team. So he has a line for the first time. I feel like the Canes have had offensive line troubles the last couple years, but now that seems to not be a problem. Also in the backfield, Reese Price looked really good against Madison County, and Ethan Moody, a name that we've kind of been waiting to get going. That rushing attack, Billy, I think you will be happy to hear. I think it's going to look good this year.
Yeah, no, I think that's what we just saw the quote. That's what Freight wants. He wants to establish the run game, play defense. It's definitely a different look from what we've seen in past years.
Yeah, you say past years, you instantly think Jeff Tate, coach that brought a state championship to this high school. It was spread it out. Let's play college ball. Go hash to hash on each side of the field. And Freight's kind of shortening that down and saying, we're going to play through the trenches, trust our backs, our quarterback, and our defense is going to win us a football game. And we now have all the time here in the first quarter on the board. It is sunny. It is humid in this press box. The air conditioning, when we walked in, they quite literally said, guys, we got bad news. And everyone looked at each other and was like, oh, no, we're going to be broadcasting outside. And they were like, actually, you're still inside, but it's humid in there.
Feels all the same, honestly. I mean,
it feels like we're outside. As Walhalla is set to kick off, the Canes stand at the 10. White jerseys, more than likely Tyler Morgan, one of those guys that are back there, and it is him and Seth Hickerson. Morgan will take the first kickoff. He'll go right side, has a gap up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, and he looks to be gone. Tyler Morgan made the trip all the way down here to Walhalla, and he's making a trip to the end zone on play number 1. 22.
Well, can't make it any easier than that, can you?
Canes strike quickly and make it 6-0. And we talked about the offense and Coach Perdermo and getting to run new plays. I mean, you take it if you're a Cane.
You're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But
you can get to see the defense before you see the offense as Acevedo comes on for PAT number 1 after that lightning bolt of a return from 22. I talked about Billy before this. Anthony Acevedo, I feel like in the past couple of years, Jeff Tate, you get inside that 30, you're thinking go for it on 4th down. This has been a good sight to see at kicker.
Yeah, it's weird to see a high school team, especially a Wren team, utilize the kicker. It's not something that's been overly done in probably the last decade.
Yeah, name that instantly comes to mind is a guy we heard on broadcast for soccer games at Braden Pickens. Strong leg is snapped down, kick up. And good. 7-0 Canes. We'll take our first commercial break here in Walhalla. Canes lead 7-0.
Thank you for considering G-Force for your parking lot project. Each G-Force location is veteran-owned and uses the latest and greatest Graco state-of-the-art equipment with onboard computers and laser technologies for perfect results every time. We hope you'll choose G-Force for all your pavement marking needs.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Joker, 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 joker.
Or clog drains. Take advantage of our 93 or
Anthony Acevedo comes out for the kickoff. Canes lead 7-0. And now, Billy, something that we talked about before we came on air, the defense. Cam Sanders, that secondary, including Tyler Morgan. It should be something to deal with, especially with Anthony Freight at the helm.
It's definitely a different feel. We're not used to seeing a defensive-minded coach at Wren. Like I said, for the past decade and a half, we've seen air raid offense, go as fast as you can to score, and to see this change of pace, it's going to be nice.
Acevedo walks up with a 7-0 lead. Kick deep inside the 20, around the 15. Canes are there instantly. Can they bring him down? They do, right around that 25-yard line, and we'll see the Canes defense go to work. They were very good against a triple option a week ago. A defense that last year, I mean, you kind of pulled your hair out trying to watch them stop the run, and against Seneca twice last year, it kind of just felt like they couldn't stop the bleeding at times. But now Tyrone Jackson, Cam Sanders, Champ Reeves, those guys up front look to be the difference. Ethan Moody, Pedro also in that front 7.
And that's where it all starts, right, that front 7. That's where you make your money as a defense. If your front 7 can control the game, it can control the whole outcome.
Alex McCrary, a name that won't be suited up tonight. He was in a jersey earlier in warm-up. Snap. Fake run. They'll screen it outside. Couple Canes are there. Can't make the tackle until he gets close to the first down up near the 35. And one play, one first down for the Razorbacks. Brandon Kirby on the tackle for the Canes. That secondary looks to be big for the Canes. Titus Sessions, Tyler Morgan, Noah Ramey. As the Canes line up for play number 2, 1st and 10 from the 35. Low snap, fumble. Quarterback has to just fall on top of it. Make it 2nd down and pretty much 12 for this Canes defense.
Saying the big thing you really want to see from that defensive line is just getting penetration quick, just swarming the ball as fast as possible, hitting the right gaps, and making a play on the ball.
Yeah, Tyrone Jackson, Cam Sanders have been able to do that so far. Champ Reeves, a name that we'll hear a lot this year, had a fumble recovery in scrimmage number 1 at home. So Walhalla goes 3 up top, 1 down low, snap, and a pitch outside. Canes are there instantly, can't make the tackle, and he meets Cam Sanders. It looks like Ethan Moody's the one that set that edge, but hello, 44.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can ask for right there. I mean, you'd love to see him make the tackle in the backfield, but didn't let him get outside, forced them back into the big boys, and easy tackle for Cam.
Yeah, makes it 3rd down and 16-17. Austin says 17. Now he says 16, but it says 3rd and 17 on the scoreboard. As Walhalla, 3rd and long here, flag. Looks like it's going to be a false start. Make it 3rd down and a little bit longer. The thing about this Canes defense, especially in scrimmage number 1 and against Madison County, it's been early stops, which is big when it comes down to the regular season, Billy.
Exactly. I mean, the last thing you want to see is a defensive coach is a shootout. And to be able to get those early stops quick, it builds that momentum your way, and it sets you up for the rest of the game.
Which is something that Freight brings over from Hillcrest. Very attacking mindset defense. 3rd down along to see if they bring pressure. They have 5 men on the line of scrimmage, 2 drop back. Screen outside at the top of your screen, and the Canes all combined. Oh, fumble. Did the Canes fall on it? Looks like a Walhalla receiver's at the bottom of that pile, and he is. Brings up 4th down nonetheless for the Canes. 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 1.
Very fresh to see, though, just swarming, a defense swarming to the ball like that. The past couple of years I've come to games, I don't think just from one series, I don't think I've seen a defense just swarm a football like that.
Tyler Morgan, a guy you've already seen here tonight, stands at the 30. He's already got a kickoff return to start us off. Let's see if we get to see the Canes offense. Snap, punt away. That'll take a bounce and go out of bounds, and the Canes offense will go to work. Around the 37, we'll take another quick break. Be right back here in Walhalla.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Joker, 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 joker.
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services.
Whether you've got slow drains or clogged drains, take advantage of 90 free sewer drain clearing special. We'll even include a camera inspection and 1-year no clog guarantee.
Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Welcome back. Colton Bagwell at the helm. Takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Reese Price up the middle, looking for a gap. Doesn't have much as he'll gain 2. Looks like Braden Benneker out there at receiver with Seth Hickerson. We'll get a number on the guy at the top. Looks like it's Grayson Kemp with Parker Bell at tight end. Bagwell goes back shotgun. 2nd down and 7 for the Canes offense. Takes a snap. He'll keep it. Looking for a hole. He'll shuffle his way up to the 45-yard line to make it 3rd down and manageable. And that looked like not a developed play for the Canes.
And one thing you really want to see is you want to run the ball. What I've liked so far is you see that O-line. They're getting a first step and a good push, and it's really hoping it just keeps up.
I think we all know you like that as a center.
Without a doubt.
Parker Bell goes in motion. Bagwell takes a snap. He'll hand it off to 5, looking for a hole in the middle. He's got a 1st down and a little bit more as he works his way into Walhalla territory and Cooper Sanders. I don't know if anyone else, you didn't get to see that on camera. Billy, you can explain it.
My heart just skipped a beat. That was beautiful. I mean, drove his man 15 yards downfield, put him on his back.
I know with all the news, this probably isn't a good thing to say, but that looked like blindside. As Colton Bagwell back in shotgun, 3 down low, 1 up top. Takes a snap. They'll keep it on the ground with Reese Price, and he'll move his way up for a gain of about 4 to make it 2nd down and 6. And this Canes offense yet to throw a pass.
So far, this is definitely different to watch.
This is a sight that Canes fans have not seen in a very long time. 2 up top, 2 down low. Bagwell, first throwing play for the Canes. He's hit as he throws, and it bounces to his receiver at the 1st down. Marker flag in the backfield. And it's going to be a flag on the Canes. And a receiver down on the opposite sideline. Grayson Kemp. So the Canes will be backed up, and also Grayson will be getting checked on. That's a name that he's a youngster at wide receiver. He's started every game so far the Canes have played. thankfully he'll get up and walk to that sideline on the opposite side.
And that's something you hope a week before the season starts. It's just knock the wind out of him. He can come back, hopefully. And
that's also what I said about Alex McCrary pregame. I think anything that's lingering, they're not playing tonight. You want to be fully healthy for Sammy Brown and company coming next Friday. Bagwell takes a snap, second down and long. It looks like a screen pass, and it is. Caught behind the 50, and he lost it at the last second, but the Canes are going to keep it and get back to the original line of scrimmage and make it 3rd down and 10.
Just looked a little bit rushed there. Like, the timing wasn't completely there, but that's why it's preseason. You get these extra reps to work on it and kind of flow together better as a team.
That's something the Canes fans are used to, that little shovel screen right near the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 11 for Colton Bagwell on this offense. Snap. 3-step drop. He's looking to go deep. Has a man over top, and he overshoots. Looks like Grayson Kemp right back in the football game. But didn't miss him by much, a stride or two. Here comes the punt team for the Canes.
And early it looks like Walhalla's consistently wanting to bring at least 5. So it'll be interesting to see how later in the game when Wren does get into those passing situations, how they want to move and block that, because it looks like Walhalla really wants to bring pressure.
Definitely something that Colton Bagwell really hasn't seen a lot of so far is a blitz. 4th down, 11. Acevedo comes out to punt. He stands at the 40 and booms one high and deep inside the 20-yard line. Takes a Canes bounce inside the 10, it looks like. And that's where the Razorbacks will go to work. Canes still lead 7-0 on a Tyler Morgan kickoff return here in Walhalla.
Once upon a time, moving was stressful and far from a fairy tale.
How are we supposed to move our house and get rid of our junk?
But the big bad move was no match for college hunks hauling junk and moving.
Have no fear, the hunks are here.
College hunks did all the packing, moving, and unpacking for the family. They also hauled away the unwanted clutter to be properly donated and recycled. And the family moved happily ever after.
Canes defense back out there after an opening series stop. So Walhalla's offense goes to work deep in its own territory. A handoff up the middle. He's got a gap and a little bit more, as both drives for the Razorbacks have started with a 1st down as he'll work his way up past the 20.
And it looks like both offenses really seem like they're wanting to do the same thing. Establish the run, quick passes to get your quarterback going, and just move the ball slow and steadily.
Handoff right side. He has room to run. Brandon Kirby can't set the outside edge, and the Canes finally tackle him up past the 35-yard line. And Ethan Moody comes up firing as the Canes defense gives up back-to-back 1st downs. Right now it looks like the Canes just got to be able to set the edge. Woodmont also leading 8-0 over in-region rival Palmetto. We're inside 7 minutes here in Walhalla. Canes look to bring pressure. Handoff right side. Canes are there this time. There'll be a short gain of 1 to make it 2nd and 9.
Really like the way he set the edge there. Was able to just crack down, get that inside shoulder set to where if he made an outside move, it was an easy tackle. If he cut it back in, he had guys to help him.
That's what this linebacking core is supposed to be. A little speedy Ethan Moody. Pedro on the other side. Nick Owens out there. Throw outside on a little corner route. It's caught at the 50. Another 1st down for the Razorbacks, and this Canes defense now playing on its heels a little bit. I said Nick Owen. I think the first linebacker was actually Aiden Hickerson. So Walhalla goes hurry up, 1st down and 10 at the 50. Snap, handoff up the middle. Canes are there, tackling for a short gain of 3.
And I think you see a lot of these little missed tackles and soft coverage. A lot of this, just like you alluded to earlier, this team's young. A lot of this is going to come with reps. Give them time, and they'll figure it out.
More reps means more knowledge, especially on the defensive side of the football. 2nd down and 6. Screen outside. And it's dropped right around the 47-yard line. They'll make it 3rd down and 7.
And I think this is the privilege of getting to play a scrimmage on week 0 as opposed to a real game. You have an extra week to experiment and see what you like and what you don't like. So going into week one, you're more confident in what you know.
Especially when your week one opponent is Jefferson High School. A 5-star linebacker in Sammy Brown. Snap, drop back, he'll look to throw. Ethan Moody's in the backfield. Nice coverage. Oh, a late flag is going to be thrown on Nick Owens. I thought he timed that up perfectly.
It was definitely close, but I agree with you there. It looked like he got there right as the point of the ball reached his hands. Looked like good coverage to me.
Ball got in the stomach and everything. More than likely a flag on the Canes nonetheless. Ethan Moody also got a nice hit on the quarterback as he threw it. Fast interference. I'll mark it inside the 35-yard line. Up at the 32. So Walhalla has their first momentum offensively as they approach Canes red zone territory. They'll go one up top, 2 down low with a up back to his right. Snap, handoff right side. Canes got to set the edge. Nick Owens is there. He'll fall inside the 30 for a gain of about 5 to make it 2nd down and 5.
And this is really the area where you would like to see that Anthony Freight defense go to work. Starting to get into your own territory on your heels. This is where you buckle or bend but don't break. You really want to see him step up right here and make a play.
2nd down and 5 here. You like this play to be negative or nothing at all. Canes have a lot in the box. Snap, handoff, and no, he'll keep it right side. He has a blocker in front of him at the 10. He'll go out of bounds right around the 7-yard line. And another 1st down for the Razorbacks makes it 1st down and goal. That was just a nice read from the quarterback.
Barry, you saw that backside end crash, and he knew immediately, I got a lot of open space to this right side.
Speed, this Walhalla offense is. As they snap it, go up in the middle, the Canes defensive line is there. Short gain up to the 6. Looks like Jacoby Dukes was in there. Been a rotational piece on that D-line as Ethan Moody tries to rally the troops. And as you said, bend but don't break. This is where I expect an Anthony Freight defense to step up right here inside the 10. They'll go shotgun once again with the up back to the left. Snap. He'll hand it off left side, go into that teeth of the Canes defense and fall close to the 1 to make it 3rd down and goal. So a big play here for this Canes defense.
Really just like to see him bring the house, get a negative stop here, and get it to 4th down.
They'll go quick again. Snap, handoff. No, he'll keep it right behind him. He'll fall into the end zone for a touchdown for the Razorbacks to hopefully even this thing up. It is 7-6, Canes lead. That drive there, a couple corner routes, but a lot of just gashes running the football. A couple 20-yard, 15-yard runs.
And it really felt like they were getting momentum back on defense, and that questionable defensive pass interference call
that
really
pass interference call was big.
That really put the momentum back in Walhalla's favor.
Makes that 3rd down and 5 if that play is not a completed pass or a flag. Snap. Kick up. Canes almost get it. It's good. 7-7. We'll come back. Canes offense tries to get rolling here on the road.
Thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers for the excellent sports medicine care they provide to our school and community. St. Francis Sports Medicine and Bon Secours Piedmont Orthopedics. Together, we keep you moving.
You want your day to be perfect, whether it's your wedding, prom, pageant, or homecoming. Dimitra Designs understands. Voted best in the upstate, Dimitra Designs is the upstate's largest full-service bridal emporium, featuring top designers for pageant, homecoming, and prom. Offering the selection of a major city retailer. From hair to makeup to photos, Dimitra is committed to making all eyes turn when you enter the room. Visit our website right now. Print your instant Dimitra formal wear savings coupon. Dimitra Designs Bridal Emporium, Pleasantburg Drive, Greenville.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Jugga, 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 jugga.
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services. We'll fix that too. Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Back here on the road, give you score updates from around the region as we get them coming in. Again, Woodmont leading Palmetto 8-0. Powdersville plays tonight, the crosstown rival. As kickoff is underway, Tyler Morgan's already returned one. He'll take this one off of a low bounce off his feet. He'll try to come to the bottom of your screen. He has a couple blocks, and he's got speed. Can he beat him to the edge? No. He gets tackled at the 21, so that's where the Canes offense will go to work as Austin has some scores. Still 0-0 Broome Powdersville, 0-0 Fountain and West Oak. As I mentioned, Woodmont Palmetto. A couple in-region foes to keep an eye on tonight. In week 0, also Greenville, a big powerhouse here in the upstate, plays tonight. But as a Cane fan, focused on this scrimmage, trying to get the work in. As we are in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth here tonight, even on the road. We take it with us. Colton Bagwell goes shotgun with Price to his left, 2 up top, 1 down low. Snap, hand off to Price up the middle, looking for a gap. Tries to spin his way up to the 30. He'll fall down at the 29 to make it 2nd down short.
As a former center, I'm seeing some things I really like here. That O-line is...
And there's an injury. Walhalla Razorback down. Finish your thought.
But as a former O-lineman at Wren, I don't even think we were taught I know it's not taught, it's more of, but you can really, with some motivation, see that aggression in this O-line. They're not afraid to put somebody in the ground and really enforce it, and it's really a good sight to see. That's what you want to see in that run game right now.
It is a good sight to see. Not a good sight to see as, actually, right now he's trying to get up, but a Walhalla Razorback was down after that play, but he is standing up now. He'll take a sip of water, and he'll jog off the field. A good sign for Walhalla. A former in-region foe for the Kings. I know, Billy, your teams came down here and played Walhalla a couple times, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching from the stands as I was a freshman, sophomore in high school, pulling for Josh Norton then and you playing center. Some fun teams to watch.
Never lost to him, but that's neither here nor there. So.
Okay, a little trash talk here on the road. I like it. As you see the way stands, all the fans are here on the home side, so don't think the Canes didn't travel. There's a couple Canes fans here in attendance. 2 up top, 1 down low. Bagwell takes a snap, hands it off to Price. He bounces off a defender, and he'll get a first down a little bit more up to the 39 for the Canes.
And just really tough running. Just he's done really well at making that first tackler really work for it. He either breaks it or he drags him for another 3 yards. And as a coach, that's just something you love to see.
Price was the guy that came on last year strong late in the season for the Canes run game. Gets a start here tonight. Snap, hand off. Nope. Bagwell's going to keep it, looking for a hole. Doesn't have one. Will roll up for a gain of 2. Up to the 37. Bagwell coming off that big game against Madison County. He's probably thinking, man, last week I could just go to the edge and I was kind of gone. Get gone. Tonight, not as much working for him. Braden Benneker, Seth Hickerson out there at wide receiver, also a man up top, more than likely Grayson Kemp. Snap, hand off to 5 up the middle. He breaks a tackle and he gets the edge, trying to beat a man to the edge. He hits the 50. Does he have the speed to outrun him? No. As he's in Walhalla territory up to the 39, and 5 makes an impact here early.
Really good feet breaking that first tackle, and then after breaking that first tackle, having the vision to see the cutback, put a stiff arm on somebody and get you a nice chunk gain right there.
That's a Founders Federal Credit Union first down for the Canes as they go once again 2 up top, 1 down low. Reese Price still in the backfield to Bagwell's right. 4. Takes a snap, QB draw, up right side. He makes a move, and he'll fall inside the 35 and make it, I want to say he got close to the first down. That was going to be 2nd down short. It is a first down, another Founders first down for the Canes.
And it seems like having Colton back there, it's like having another running back, somebody that can really just see the vision of the O-line, hit the hole, and just churn his feet for those extra yards and go.
He does have a lot of speed. They go quick here. 1st down and 10. Snap, hand off to Price. Left side, he runs into a lineman, and the Razorbacks are in the backfield to make it 2nd down and 13. Looks like Blasingame got caught up on a little pool play.
Yeah, it looks like it could have been a little bit just of a misread on the saw two guys come free, so you imagine that someone may have missed their key there. But like I said, it's preseason. That's where you get to learn and move forward with it.
Bagwell back in shotgun. Price to his right. Two up top, one down low. Miss snap goes off his left hand, and the Canes go backwards on second down. Back behind the 40, and it's third down and a little bit longer. Just looked like it was off to his left. Couldn't one-hand it. And as you hear in the background, Walhalla announcers hyped here for third down. The Canes looking to make it fourth down and manageable so they can kick a field goal or go for it. Bagwell takes snap, rolls up top, looking for a corner out route. Has a man. Does he get him in bounds? He does. Up towards the 30. And it's Grayson Kemp, the man who went down earlier for the Canes.
And I imagine you'd see him go for this right here. You're kind of in that no man's land territory, very fringe of getting the deep field goal range. So I'd like to see the Freight call here.
That's exactly what Freight's going to do. Keep the offense on the field. One up top, two down low. Bagwell and Price stand in the backfield, fourth down and 6. Snap, handoff to Price. He has a hole. He has a first down, a little bit more. He hits the 20. Does he have the speed to turn it on? Yes, he does. Reese Price, touchdown, Canes. Fourth down and 5, and Freight says, what's been working? Running the football, and the Canes score.
It's not something you see, 4th and 5. I'm sure at least 3/4 of that defense was expecting pass. So to have it in there to run, trust your running back to get those yards, trust your O-line, shows a lot of confidence in the guys up front.
13-7, the Canes lead. Acevedo comes out for the PAT. So it goes from third down and 17 to 18 to fourth down and 5 to Reese Price is trotting in the end zone. That's how quickly this Canes offense can strike. Acevedo tries to make it a 7-point ball game. Snap, hold, kick up. Good. 14-7, the Canes and Reese Price strike here on the road.
Congratulations to head coach Amy Godfrey. She was named the SCACA Coach of the Year for all classifications as she won 3A Region 2, the Upper State Championship, the State Championship, and South Carolina Volleyball Coach of the Year. She will be recognized at the annual awards dinner this July.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. You'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
On time and friendly.
Very pleased with Preferred. Would highly recommend. Prompt service. Technician with skilled
Welcome back here to Founders Federal Credit Union booth. I'm Blake Miller with Billy Gibson beside me. Canes lead 14-7 as Acevedo lines one inside the 15. Canes kick return defense. Hello. Get a number on 33, and that's going to be Ethan Sistrunk.
I mean,
hello. There's a Cane down at the 30. But, oh, my goodness.
The truck's coming through. You better get out the way because it was not stopping.
There is a Cane being attended to. Don't know if I can get a number on him as well. As this is just kind of one of those feelings of you really don't want to see this in a scrimmage before you play Jefferson next week. So he looks like he's starting to sit up. 24 going to be Nick Owens. That's a guy that's been playing a lot defensively for the Canes. Looks like Coach Padermo's the one that comes out to talk to him. Helps him off. He is not putting any pressure on that leg.
And you just hope that's something like a just got numb
Just a
little
stinger.
feeling. Yeah, and give it a couple minutes and feels better, get healthy.
Yeah. As looks like a Cane is running around on that opposite sideline in the end zone. Going back to the locker room maybe. As we're under a minute here, the Canes lead. as the defense retakes the field. Last time out, Walhalla drove right down the field from their 15 and put up 7. Looking for a response here. Snap, handoff left side. A group of Canes there can't bring him down. He falls up for a gain of 5, maybe even 6 on first down.
Just like to see a little more aggression flying to the ball, meeting him at the point of the line and hitting him backwards instead of letting him fall forward.
They'll swap sides, put it back on the left, and that's where they'll run it. And hello, linebacking core for the Canes. And Billy said, "You want to meet the football?" And he said, "Yes, sir."
Can't draw it up any better than that. And I know we're on defense now, but I'd just like to go back and appreciate that hit on the kickoff.
Yeah,
because
Ethan Sistrunk laid one on the returner. Like to see him out here on defense a couple plays. As Tyler Morgan, I think, was the man who made that hit for the Canes. He'll keep it. Canes defensive end there. That looked like Ethan Moody, and it is number 3. The leader of this Canes linebacking core. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Also 4th down, so the Canes defense makes a stand, as we'll be right back here at the Founders Federal Credit Union booth here in Walhalla.
Light and efficient with our plumbing issues.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Thank you to C&M Garage Door Services for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. Keep your garage door running smoothly. Garage door tune-up, springs, cables, gear kits, safety sensors, noisy rollers, and new installs. Quality work at a reasonable price. Contact C&M at 864-325-1517. That's 864-325-1517.
Back here in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth, Canes look to get the ball back as Walhalla will punt to open up this second quarter. Canes get back there. They can't block it. Tyler Morgan will step up at the 40, make the catch, and look for a block at the 50. He's got wheels to turn it on. Can't break the shoestring tackle, but he's on Walhalla territory, and that's where Colton Bagwell and Coach Padermo's offense will go to work. And Billy tonight, it's been a lot on the ground and a couple nice passes from 4, but a lot on the ground.
But I think as Coach Freight, this is what you wanted. You wanted to be able to keep the ball on the ground, and defensively, it's nice to see that for the most part tonight, other than one drive, you've really stepped up and stopped the run. And when they do pass, you're not caught off guard. You're still ready for it.
Let's see if the Canes change it up here on this drive. One up top, one down low, and one closest to you is Grayson Kemp. With the back in the backfield, more than likely Reese Price, and it is. Bagwell will keep it up top, looking for some blocks. A flag behind him as he falls inside the 40, and a flag way back here usually means holding on the Canes. So Walhalla makes some substitutions.
And it seems like every drive so far, it's just that one mistake that you're hoping doesn't come back to haunt you on that drive. Last drive, it was the holding call. And you got back down to 3rd and 17, made a nice pass to make it 4th and 5 and scored. So you're really hoping they can bounce back from this again and do the same thing.
All right, it's going to be a flag that backs them all the way back in their territory at the 44-yard line. So first down feels like forever. But as we saw last drive, that quickly can change. Well, this Canes offense. Coach Padermo down there on the sideline. First time this year we've had coaches beside us for the Canes. 2 up top, 1 down low. As Bell rotates to the left side of the line. Bagwell will throw. Roll up top. He's looking to go deep. Has a little bit of time. Did he make the catch? No. Braden Vinegar, the intended receiver for the Canes. And I know Colton Bagwell looks like he rears up and throws everything into it, but man, these deep balls are, I mean, he leads them out there for someone to go get them.
And it's really hard to try and make a throw like that, falling back on your back foot. And just the fact he was able to get it that far is impressive for a guy that's
5'8", 5 foot maybe. More than likely my height. Bagwell also threw that running up top, which was insane as he hands it off to Reese Price up the middle, spins off a guy, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage to make it 3rd down and 10. And I know we talked about blocking a little bit. Seth Hickerson at wide receiver has been throwing blocks at the top of the screen.
That just goes back to it. It's that mentality now. It's that whether I'm receiving, blocking, I'm going to do everything in my power to help this team move forward.
Timeout Walhalla. As we'll take a quick break, 10:52. Canes lead 14-7, have the ball, 3rd down and 10.
Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
Founders is committed to community involvement within our schools and student athletic programs, and it's a commitment we continue to establish, embody, and embrace for the long haul. Because at Founders Federal Credit Union, we understand how busy your day can be, and worrying about your financial matters shouldn't slow you down. So go ahead, keep cheering your team on to another win. After all, you've got enough on your plate. Relax. You're with Founders.
Back here, Founders Federal Credit Union booth. Blake Miller, Billy Gibson, Austin Tripp on the 1s and 2s. And then Ethan Mayfield is down below us with the camera. He can't hear us. Everyone can hear you, though. As Colton Bagwell sends shotgun, 3rd down and 10. Flag. Make it 3rd down and 15. So it looks like Landon. I don't want to mess the last name up because I know the family more than likely is listening. Rueda or Rudia, one of the two. It's actually going to be a flag on Walhalla. So correction and apologies to the family. 3rd down and 5 for Colton Bagwell on the Hurricanes. 1 up top, 2 down low. Snap, hand off to Price up the middle. Looking for a hole, looking for a push. And he'll go down to make it 4th down and short at the 39.
And once again, in this no-man land, I fully expect Freight to do what he did last time and trust his guys up front.
Yeah, I don't think Anthony can kick a 50-yarder. So 4th down and 4, the Canes offense stays on the field, and Reese Price needs to check out. So more than likely the Canes no, they're not going to take a timeout. Ethan Moody's going to come out here. This is what we expected, a little 2-back set. Snap. Bagwell keeps it. He's going to run it down low, makes a move, hits the 35, makes another move. He's got speed to kill. He's getting dragged at the 20, and he runs back in bounds to get down to the 10, and, man, that's what 4 can do and gets a Founders 1st down.
And I know I'm giving a lot of credit to the blockers here. Ethan Moody setting that edge really helped Colton Bagwell get around and really helped make that play, and tough running from Colton just to get the yards he needed. And
at the end, I want to mention, usually quarterbacks get out of bounds there,
no.
Right back in. As the Canes look to go hurry up, he hands it off the 3 up the middle. He's not afraid to hit anybody, but he'll meet a group of Walhalla Razorbacks at the 5, and it'll make it 2nd down and goal for the Canes. But as you were saying, that blocking from 3, that's what Ethan brings. He brings a mentality of, I'm going to hit you before you hit me.
And as a DN, naturally, I'm sure.
You're scared of that.
He does not mind it at all.
He goes shotgun once again, moves Parker Bell to the right. Snap, hand off the 3, looking for a gap. He's tripped up by his ankles. He'll lose one. Make it 3rd down and goal from the 6. And here comes Reese Price once again. Big 3rd down here. Canes can go up 2 scores. Walhalla announcer right back in it.
And this is around that part of the field you'd really like to see Parker Bell.
I'd go get it ball to him or Braden Beneker, one of the 2.
We saw the clip from Twitter of the nice pass over the middle to Parker, so this is where you'd like to maybe.
Snap, handoff to Reese Price up the middle. He makes a move, trying to fight to the end zone. Touchdown 5. He's got 2 tonight. Makes it 20-7. Anthony Freight says, Billy, man, I know you want me to throw it, but we got this 5 in the backfield.
Maybe it's just my ideology speaking from all those years with Coach Tate, but really, I mean, just because it doesn't work once doesn't mean it's not going to work the very next play, and that's what Coach Ray said find a way to stop it twice.
Yeah, and he proves us wrong. Touchdown Canes as Azevedo comes out for another PAT to make it 21-7 with 8:55 here in the second quarter. Snap down, hold, kick up, good. Canes go up 21-7 as Reese Price and Colton Bagwell march down the field for the blue and gold. We'll be right back here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Check. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul.
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Real mature.
Introducing MileWise, exclusively from Allstate. A pay-as-you-go alternative to traditional auto insurance, meaning you only pay for the miles you drive. It's that simple. Who is MileWise for? Retirees or loved ones that don't drive like they used to. People that have company cars.
Back here at home, as you saw just now, is a score update from around the region as the Canes look to kick offense. A little pooch kick to the 40. That's caught at the 40. It's probably not the best decision
I
to
think
catch
as a Walhalla coach, you'd like to see that bounce out of bounds, take the free yardage.
I mean, I think if he lets that go out, you get it at the 50? Because he caught it at the 40-something. Do you think they'd move it up more?
Yeah, they would.
But Walhalla will go to work at the 39 nonetheless.
Good thing it's preseason.
Canes defense will take it. They get a little more room to work with. 3 up top, 1 down low. First time we haven't had an up back in the backfield for the Razorbacks. Snap is low. Drop back to throw. Here comes Cam Sanders, and the Canes defense, and 44 takes him down. Hello, Cam Sanders, and a flag in the backfield. And you just hope that's not on the Canes D-line. And they'll wave it off, so it is a sack for 44 back at the 30.
And I know 44 was the first one back there, but there were 3 guys all meeting that quarterback at relatively the same time. So you really like to see the penetration up front and that front 4 really get to work.
That's the thing. It's good to see them stop the run, but every time we've seen this defense this year, when they see pass, they're in the backfield instantly. Snap, here comes 44 on the opposite side, but a screen at the top of the screen will get past the initial line of scrimmage all the way up to the 45-yard line for the Razorbacks and make it 3rd down and manageable.
This is where you go ahead.
That time, just nobody in the flat.
Yeah, it just looked like somebody got a little lost, but hey, it happens. Money down right here. Get the 4th down.
3rd down and 5. Canes defense looking for a stop, handoff up the middle. The Canes get him by the foot and drags him down short to make it 4th down and 2. Maybe Tyrone Jackson in the middle of that line grabbed him by the shoe. He couldn't get out of it. Big 4th down here for the Canes D.
And this is really where, like we've alluded to many times so far, you want to see that defense really pin the ears back and
go get them.
Go get them.
4th down and 3. Let's see if they can go get him. Gets him to jump. That's what they do. Tyrone Jackson maybe a little tired standing on the hand, falls forward.
Either that or maybe a little too ready to go get him.
Yeah, Tyrone Jackson definitely one of those guys. Big guy in the middle. It's a 1st down for the Razorbacks. As let's see if Walhalla goes back to that ground game they've been working with all night. Snap. They'll throw the screen. Out here they have numbers on the Canes. He'll get to the 40, try to get outside, and Titus Session rips him out of bounds to make it 2nd down and short. Walhalla really just playing the flats right now.
Yeah, it's easy passes for the quarterback, and it's highly successful. I mean, it's easy to do, easy to maneuver, and if it gives you 5 yards every time, why quit doing it?
He got you 9 there, almost 10. 2nd down in inches. Snap, handoff up the right side. He has a gap. Canes meet him at the 34. That's where he'll go down with a first down for the Razorbacks. Walhalla's only touchdown tonight was a big drive where the QB keeper got him down inside the red zone. Something you don't want to see here is they've been handing off right side. Got to watch the QB keeper on the left. Snap. He'll keep it to throw. Canes bring pressure. Oh, was it picked? He dropped it right to the hands. Looked like Brandon Kirby was the man playing corner over there on that right side.
And for them to not throw many passes past 5 yards so far, it's really nice to think, oh, I'll catch them off guard right here, and your DBs are ready to go, even though that's maybe the first time they've thrown it past.
2nd down and 10. This is a position where you can kind of make it 3rd down and long. Snap, drop back to throw. Canes looking to bring pressure. They're in the backfield. Can Cam Sanders track him down? He grabs him by the jersey and somehow gets it away as 44 shows off that 22 miles per hour speed into the backfield. He can move.
Should not be legal for a man that.
Billy said, if I had to block that, I would be very scared.
That's why I was a center. I didn't like blocking the edge.
Yeah, you just got to scrimmage against guys like Zach Pickens and Stephon Wynn.
Some big boys.
Great names.
Yeah.
As Walhalla looks to throw down the middle of the field, and it's bounced to a receiver. Makes it 4th down and 10, a decision now for Walhalla. As we are inside 7 minutes at 6:56 here in the second quarter. Forgot the scoreboard now can be seen. I don't say it anymore.
Yeah, it was a little bright in here to start the day.
Yeah.
It was.
Sun was out. It was humid. It's still humid.
Still no AC, but we're live.
We're living. Timeout, Walhalla. 4th down and 10. Canes defense looking for a stop here on the road.
And do not drive their car too often. Teenagers or young drivers in your household that barely drive their own car. Families that have multiple cars where one of the cars is usually sitting unused. Or work from home individuals or low mileage commuters that have a short drive to work. Our agency would love to share more with you, so please give us a call today and see if MileWise is a fit for you and a loved one.
When you're ready to own it, our mortgage experts make it happen.
I was done with renting. Founders, they made my first mortgage easy.
We needed mortgage experts.
And more space.
More space? We were there once.
I didn't even know what PMI was.
We knew.
At Founders, they never charge PMI.
Never.
When it comes to your mortgage, Founders is more equipped than ever, and you'll never see PMI. From first-time buyers to seasoned homeowners, it's nice to work with a lender you can trust.
So you can relax.
Back here, as you can see, Founders Federal Credit Union booth. Canes looking for a stop. Walhalla takes a snap, looks to throw. He's going to go left side, has a man at the 25. And it looks like that will be enough. Or right on the line, at least.
Looks like they're putting up the 4th sign.
I thought that was 4th down. They haven't moved the chains yet. Looks like the refs are going to come talk about it. I know it was really close, but there's still a 4th down marker. And it's a Razorback 1st down. Yes, didn't see it from the ref, but I heard it from the PA announcer.
And like we said, it's preseason. They're not going to measure that.
Yeah.
So
1st down and 10 on Walhalla. Snap, handoff up the middle. The Canes looking to fill gaps, but can't. Flag in the backfield, but he's dragged all the way down inside the 15. There's 2 flags, one at the 25 and one towards the middle of the field at the 25. Let's see who this one's on. They've already picked up a flag tonight. I don't think he'd pick up 2. And hold on the offense is at least one of the calls, so it'll be coming all the way back. As they still talk it over here with 6:43 left in the second. And that it is. And Billy, that is a good sight to see after a big run like that.
Yeah, I mean, they had a huge hole there, so you would hope as a defense that it wasn't
made for a reason.
Yeah.
And it was 1st down and, I mean, I want to say 20, and it is. As they're back at the 35-yard line. Two up top, two down low back in the backfield. They have taken the up back off the field here in the last couple drives. Snap. He'll drop back to throw. Kane's bringing pressure up the middle as he rolls to the top of your screen. Aiden trying to track him down, and that should be a crackback block.
Number 15, Tanner Lowry on the line.
And I don't see a flag on the field.
I know
that is quite literally a flag in every league.
I refereed for a couple of years, and no, I actually didn't. That was the main thing they told us during class was, you see that now, you throw that.
I see that in NFL preseason games, and it's a flag. That is textbook. He's not looking for that block, and they're not going to throw it. It's going to make it 2nd down and 8. So Walhalla driving here. One up top, two up top, one down low. And looks like a timeout. Here with 6:30, Canes lead 21-7 here in Walhalla.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals. On time and friendly.
Keep your septic system running smoothly. For a limited time, we're offering septic tank pumping for just $399. Call Preferred Home Services today to take advantage of this offer.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Home Services. Go, 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 Preferred.
Back here in Walhalla. 6:30 to go here in the second quarter. Canes lead 21-7. Update around the league as West Oak leads Fountain Inn 14-0. Woodmont also still winning as Walhalla looks to go deep to the end zone. Titus Sessions was there for the Canes. As he can't get to it, makes it 3rd down and 8.
Really like to see the DNs here really just pin the ears back and go.
Go get them. We said that a while ago and got a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, but this is where you want to see Cam and Ethan just really just see what's going on and hit it, go, get to the quarterback before he ever has time to think about it.
3rd down, low snap. They are coming for the quarterback and a low throw. Did he get to the football? I think they're going to say that is a pick, and it is. Brandon Kirby on that opposite sideline had one hit his hands earlier. But this second opportunity, he makes the most of it.
And like I said, the ends got to their, I don't even think it was a D tackle, got to the quarterback really quick, forced him to make a bad throw, and he was there, right there, ready for the pick, made a good play on the ball, and Wren Football the other way.
That's where the Canes offense will go to work with 6:20 to go here in the first half. Looking to make this a little bit more in the good guys' favor. Try to get it to 28. More likely to see the second group come in after halftime. Bag will stand shotgun with the back to his right. Snap low as he drops it, looks to throw. He'll go deep down the middle of the field, has a man caught at the 45, and he trips. And Braden Benneker had a walk-in touchdown, but it's a big-time gain nonetheless for Deuce.
And what a beautiful ball from Mr. Bagwell. Put it right on the money after a fumbled snap, and you can't ask for much more than that.
Another Founders first down. The Canes look to go quickly. 2 up top, 2 down low. First signs of 2 tonight. Bagwell takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Moody, left side, looking for a gap, and he is dragging a Razorback past the 45 as he gains 3 to 4 on play number 1.
And that's how you know a kid is strong as can be, when he's taking somebody that's
double his size
and just dragging them for 3 yards.
Panthers are losing 21-3. That's not shocking. Canes have 2nd down and 6. Bagwell drops back to throw. Hits a man outside, and Seth Higgerson can't hang on to it. Makes it 4th down. Looks like a flag.
Looked like we had a little extracurricular talking and
Hey, we said that O-line was mean. They're showing it.
Yeah.
But it also looks like everyone's walking backwards. And it will be on the Canes.
And as much as you love to see that aggressiveness, you'd really love for it to just be whistle to whistle.
Yeah, and I think it was on Lonnie because he's the man that's getting taken off the field to that sideline, getting a talk to from the O-line coach. One up top, 3 down low. Makes it, it's going to be first down. Second down and 20. First down yard marker on the opposite side. 8:26 here in Walhalla, South Carolina. Nice drive through Clemson, which wasn't a very nice drive on a Friday afternoon.
Traffic was not kind to us.
Refs trying to figure something out. Looks like they have changed that yard marker to second down. But again, the Canes scrimmaging here in week 0. Couple teams playing around the area. That crosstown rival, Powdersville Patriots, still 0-0 from our end. Haven't got a score update tonight. Snap, drop back, looks to throw. He'll go left side deep, has a man beat, and it's hit in stride. Hello, Seth Hickerson. Touchdown, Canes, 27-7, and 4 put it on a rope.
And for a guy that, like we said, 5'8", not the biggest quarterback in the world, he has thrown some really nice deep balls tonight. He hasn't thrown them a lot, but when he's gotten that chance, he's made them look really nice.
I wish I could explain, like, the fact of a deep ball of, it's not just you got to put it in the area. You want to put it in stride so they're not missing a step. I mean, Seth Hickerson didn't miss a step that entire run to the end zone.
And for him to have that drop pass just a couple plays ago, and
come
for him
down
to come
with
back
that one. As the PAT's up and through, finish your sentence.
Really good way to bounce back, and 28-7 Canes.
28-7 Canes is right. 5:27. This Canes offense looks high flying here on the road. We'll be right back
here
on Wren
at Cox
Broadcast.
and Cole Attorneys at Law. We've got 2 attorneys, Wes Cox and Lee Cole. We handle real estate matters, closings, and real estate litigation and probate, trying to bring compassion to those that we serve and our clients.
Give us a call anytime. Our number is 864-847-9289.
Back here in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth. Blake Miller, Billy Gibson, Austin Tripp, Ethan Mayfield here on the road. Scrimmage number 3. Kick deep towards the 10. That's where Walhalla will take it out. Canes get off a block at the 30, and that's where he'll be tackled at the 34. And that name, Ethan Sistrunk, 33, has already got a big hit tonight. Makes another one on a kickoff return.
And he's finding a way to get his name known really fast. I mean, that's the quickest way to do it is prove yourself on special teams and work your way up, and it's...
Especially if you're not afraid to hit anybody, you'll get put on the field with Anthony Freight being your head coach. This defense has made a stand ever since that long drive from the Razorbacks early. It's only 7 points here. Snap, handoff up the middle, and that name, it looks like Ethan Sistrunk was the one in there to make that tackle. See if he's the man that comes at the bottom of that pile, and it is 33. There's a flag and a Walhalla Razorback down.
Just really like what you've seen so far from this Wren defense. It's definitely had a couple of dips, but for the most part, it's been really consistent in stopping the run and stopping the pass, and just being an overall complete defense.
And while there's a man down, I want to take a look ahead. Of course, you see Sammy Brown next week. I've talked about it with a couple people, I feel like in the last couple of months, but how would you think that Freight would scheme around a Sammy Brown running back? Like, of course you want to set the edges, but what else would you do with the backers?
It really just comes down to if you really feel that that's their guy and you really think, okay, if we don't have to fully stop this guy, but if we can at least limit what he does, you have a very good chance of winning that ball game. As long as you don't let the players that shouldn't beat you, and as long as you stop the guy you should stop, you feel like you have a really good shot at winning that football game.
In my opinion, the last couple of weeks have changed my mind. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people expect. So we have a score update from the crosstown rivals. They've fallen behind Broome. 7-0 in the second quarter, coming off maybe their best year ever over in Powdersville, South Carolina. Coach Mustard and the Patriots look to regain momentum and get back to the state championship. Not starting off on the right foot here in week 0. 2 up top, 2 down low. As the Canes defense looks to get another stop here as it's 1st down and 20. Snap, hand off. The Canes defense is in the backfield. It's a keeper, and hello, Ethan Sistrunk is going to get a late flag as he suplexed the quarterback. And I know it is very excessive, and I know it's a flag, but a guy that he's not starting, he's made big plays on kickoff return. That is big time for depth.
He's showing that he wants to be out there. He's playing with an aggression that it's something that's, as soon as you put on a football helmet, you're in a different mode, and he's really shown that go-get-it attitude, and he's taken the opportunities he's gotten today and flew with it.
And that one does hurt the Canes, but it doesn't hurt them too bad. It makes it 1st down and 15 once again, I'm pretty sure. Looks like 14. As Walhalla will go to work at the 32. 33s came in here defensively and made an instant impact. Snap, drop back. Here comes Canes pressure. Champ Reeves gets the backfield, and it's a bounce pass, and there's another flag. Billy says holding. Champ Reeves was the man coming after the quarterback. And it will be on Walhalla, so this Canes defensive line's pinning their ears back and getting them, making them hold.
And that's what you want. If you want to be in the backfield every play that you can be, and if for some reason you're not, it's because something's happening that shouldn't be. And anytime if you're drawing consistent holding penalties, you're doing a good job.
This Canes defensive line has been in the backfield all night long. Cam Sanders is checked out. Tyrone Jackson's checked out. Jacoby Dukes, Ethan Sistrunk, Champ Reeves down there on the line. Canes get pressure up the middle. Looks like another hold. But the Canes make the tackle nonetheless up towards the 30. And Titus Session gets up, shakes the head, and says, I'm playing corner. I can stop the run too. We seen a corner last year lead the Canes in tackles, and Trayvon West and Tyler Morgan kind of up there on the tackle leaderboard. Not something you want to see, but it's good to have corners that want to tackle.
Well, for good reason. Trayvon's playing at Wake Forest this year, so.
Walhalla goes fast once again. Snap, drop back, pressure from the Canes, and guess who's back in the football game, and that's Cam Sanders. This defensive line just can't stop getting in the backfield.
And I think if there was one way to describe him, it truly is freak athlete. There's not many kids in the state of South Carolina that have his build and his agility and speed. It's just an anomaly combo.
4th down and forever here in Walhalla, and a man that has already taken a kickoff return back stands at the 50, and Tyler Morgan, and it looks like the Canes could punt here as Pedro stands at the 37. Low punt. Oh, he got back there but couldn't get the football. Pedro looks up, takes a bounce. Morgan thinks about it and lets it bounce at the 49. That's where the Canes will go to work. As this punt block teams look good, Shane Beamer-esque, you would say, as the Canes look to go to work. We come back here in Walhalla.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Jugga, 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 jugga.
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services. We'll fix that too. Contact us today to learn.
Back here on the road, Bagwell sends a shotgun, hands it off to Ethan Moody, left side, no blocks in front of him. And he'll lose a couple to make it 2nd down and 13 to start off this drive that was in Walhalla territory.
Just looked a little rushed again. Just seemed like the
Trying to go fast.
exactly.
Third down, or 3 minutes and 10 seconds rolling here in the second quarter of half number one. Moody stands to Bagwell's left. Snap, he looks to throw. He's going to go right side, has an out route, and it's caught on the sideline up past the 50 by Parker Bell.
And this is where you're getting into that. These are the situations you love to get reps in. Less than 5 minutes in the second quarter. You want to see if you can have that final possession, not leave Walhalla a lot of time with also putting 6 on the board.
Especially knowing Walhalla gets the ball in the second half. You want to get points here to extend that lead. Big 3rd down and 8 here. 2 up top, 1 down low. Bagwell lifts the knee, and he'll roll up top on a QB draw. He has blockers on the inside, but can he get to the 40? That's where he'll be dropped at, but looks like a 4th down and kind of go for it situation as he's only about a yard short.
Yeah, and this is a no-brainer. It's
especially when you got 4 in the backfield.
You've trusted your run game all game. There's no reason that you wouldn't.
And you just did it on 3rd and 8. 4th down and 1 should be nothing. Running back to his right, and it's a QB draw to the right. He's got a 1st down, a little bit more up inside the 35 to the 33. And Colton Bagwell isn't just, when I say like Justin Fields type runner, he's not afraid to take a hit, to be that small.
It's like, despite whether people want a negative or positive connotation on this, it's like having another running back in the backfield. Depending on who you ask, they might not like that, but
yeah,
he's throwing some really nice balls, and whenever he runs, it's strong.
He takes a snap, hands it off to Ethan Movie left side. He breaks a couple tackles and falls inside the 25 up towards another Founders 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. This offensive line, it's good to see not getting tired. Feels like they've gotten better as this game's progressed.
And not only that, it's when you're playing as aggressive as they are and pushing the D-line back, you're tiring out that D-line a lot quicker than they normally would.
Bagwell takes a snap, shotgun, hands it right back off to Moody, and he's met in the backfield but falls. It looks for a 1st down. Opposite side ref is pointing for a 1st down, but we'll see, and it will be a Founders 1st down for the Canes, and Ethan Moody will take that achievement for the Canes. So we're inside the 25-yard line. The Canes look to strike once again with 1:22 and rolling. Snap. He'll throw it outside. He has Braden Binnicker on and out. He'll get out of bounds to stop the clock. Another 2nd down and short as the Canes just take chunk plays.
And as a team and a coach, you love the easy plays. If they're going to give it to you, take it. If you establish that run and then you can get those 5-yard dumps that go for 9 yards, you'll take that any day of the week. 2nd
down and 1. He'll hand it off to Ethan Moody. Left side has a gap. He fights to a tackle, gets a 1st down, a little bit more inside the 10. So now 1st down and goal for this Canes offense as we approach the 1-minute mark as they get another Founders 1st down.
And so far, this drive's been executed almost flawlessly. I mean, you're running the clock down, you're putting yourself in a good position to score and not leave Walhalla any time right before half.
This has been a perfect drive. Couldn't say it any better myself. Colton Bagwell, the keeper up the middle, he's met by a Razorback at the line of scrimmage for a small gain to none, and Anthony Freight will take a timeout with 40 seconds here in the second quarter, as we'll be right back as the Canes look to strike here on the road once again. Welcome back to the Founders Federal Credit Union booth. The Canes looking to strike with under 40 seconds to go. Snap, drop back. Bagwell rolls to the bottom of the screen. He's got a lot of field in front of him. Throws it to the back of the end zone. Not caught. Looking for intended receiver number, I want to say Grayson Kemp.
And that's just a really tough pass to complete. On the run, trying to put touch and put it right on that back corner.
I'm going to be honest, I saw him open up. I was like, Colton's going to beat everyone to the end zone if he runs it. He decided to throw it up top. Almost came down with it, makes it 3rd and goal. What would you do if Anthony Freight ran this football in?
At this point, you got to trust it. I've said to throw it near the goal line once, and
it didn't happen. 14-0 Broome. Bagwell takes a snap. It is going to be a run. Right side, he's got speed to kill. Can he get to the pylon? Drives over a backer, keeps falling. Touchdown, Colton Bagwell. He keeps on chugging, and the Canes add 7 more.
High school level, pee-wee level, it doesn't matter. How many quarterbacks have you seen that are going to lower their shoulder right there to drive for those extra 2 yards and put 6 on the board?
4 is soared and accomplished all my thoughts preseason. It is so much more than I could have ever expected. 33-7 here in the first half. Canes looking for a PAT to make it 34. As Colton Bagwell does another magician act, runs through a linebacker. As Acevedo looks to put another one through, fake. Roll up top, throw to the sideline. Not going to be in the end zone for the Canes. So a little trickery up Anthony Freight's sleeve, but the Canes lead 34-7. Score update from around the region. Fountain up 14-0. Woodmont up 14-0. And I know Canes fans are very back and forth with me on liking and not liking Powdersville, but to be honest, I like the score on the bottom a little bit more. Broome 14-0 in the second quarters. We'll be right back on the Wren Broadcast Network. Back here on the road in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth, the Canes have struck again. 33-7, missed the 2-point conversion, but Colton Bagwell keeps working wonders for this Canes offense. And if you're Anthony Freight, you got to love to see it. Kickoff for the Canes is a deep bouncer that gets through both kickoff returners at the 8-yard line. Canes looking to track him down, and they will. Looks like one of the Jerebick brothers will take him down.
Special teams has looked really good tonight, and that's
something we can appreciate as South Carolina fans.
And it can change a game. We've watched it time and time again, and to see this special teams unit come up every time they're asked to, it's huge.
I think about, like, Shane Beer press conferences, he talks about there's 3 phases of football, and you have to focus on special teams if you want to win football games. That's big time here tonight. Snap, screen pass. Here comes Titus Sessions to the line of scrimmage. Hello, he dropped it. Do they call it a complete pass and a fumble, though? They're going to say incomplete with 8. Well, a Cam Smith-like hit. It looks like there was a man down, or they can't make a call on that sideline. I thought he caught it and made a move. Titus Sessions just lit him up and took the football away.
And that's how you meet a screen pass. Fool me once, great. Fool me twice, that's on me. You're not fooling him a third time. He's going to come up and meet that receiver.
Man, does he look good in 8. Just fits Mr. Titus Sessions, a guy I've raved about since he played as a freshman. At halftime, the Canes lead 33-7, all offense here on the road in scrimmage number 2. As we'll be back here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
Introducing MileWise, exclusively from Allstate. A pay-as-you-go alternative to traditional auto insurance, meaning you only pay for the miles you drive. It's that simple. Who is MileWise for? retirees or loved ones that don't drive like they used to, people that have company cars and do not drive their car too often, teenagers or young drivers in your household that barely drive their own car, families that have multiple cars where one of the cars is usually sitting unused, or work from home individuals or low mileage commuters that have a short drive to work. Our agency would love to share more with you, so please give us a call today and see if MileWise is a fit for you and a loved one.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Chugga, 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 chugga.
like that. It's time to call Preferred Home Services.
Whether you've got slow drains or clogged drains, take advantage of our 93 or it's free sewer drain clearing special. We'll even include a camera inspection and 1 year no clog guarantee.
Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers for the excellent sports medicine care they provide to our school and community. St. Francis Sports Medicine and Bon Secours Piedmont Orthopedics. Together, we keep you moving.
When you're ready to own it, our mortgage experts make it happen.
I was done with renting. Founders, they made my first mortgage easy.
We needed mortgage experts.
And more space.
More space? We were there once.
I didn't even know what PMI was.
We knew.
At Founders, they never charge PMI.
Never.
When it comes to your mortgage, Founders is more equipped than ever, and you'll never see PMI. From first-time buyers to seasoned homeowners, it's nice to work with a lender you can trust.
So you can relax.
Lumber, now hiring Pittsburgh area manager trainees. Apply today and receive an $840 signing bonus.
You want your day to be perfect, whether it's your wedding, prom, pageant, or homecoming. Demetra Designs understands. Voted best in the upstate, Demetra Designs is the upstate's largest full-service bridal emporium, featuring top designers for pageant, homecoming, and prom. Offering the selection of a major city retailer, from hair to makeup to photos, Demetra is committed to making all eyes turn when you enter the room. Visit our website right now. Print your instant Demetra formal wear savings coupon. Demetra Designs Bridal Emporium, Pleasantburg Drive, Greenville.
Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
Founders is committed to community involvement within our schools and student athletic programs, and it's a commitment we continue to establish, embody, and embrace for the long haul. Because at Founders Federal Credit Union, we understand how busy your day can be, and worrying about your financial matters shouldn't slow you down. So go ahead, keep cheering your team on to another win. After all, you've got enough on your plate. Relax. You're with Founders.
Thank you to C&M Garage Door Services for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. Keep your garage door running smoothly. Garage door tune-up, springs, cables, gear kits, safety sensors, noisy rollers, and new installs. Quality work at a reasonable price. Contact C&M at 864-325-1517. That's 864-325-1517.
Once upon a time, moving was stressful and far from a fairy tale.
How are we supposed to move our house and get rid of our junk?
But the big bad move was no match for college hunks hauling junk and moving.
Have no fear, the hunks are here.
College hunks did all the packing, moving, and unpacking for the family. They also hauled away the unwanted clutter to be properly donated and recycled. And the family moved happily ever after. Make moving and junk removal less stressful and more magical.
Thank you for considering G-Force for your parking lot project. Each G-Force location is veteran-owned and uses the latest and greatest Graco state-of-the-art equipment with onboard computers and laser technologies for perfect results every time. We hope you'll choose G-Force for all your pavement marking needs.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. You'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals. On time and friendly.
Don't wait. Call Preferred Home Services today to schedule your Precision 21-point HVAC tune-up for just $59.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. You'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
On time and friendly. Very pleased with Preferred. Would highly recommend prompt service, technician with skilled, polite, and efficient with our plumbing issues. 5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services. These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. You'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals. On time and friendly.
Keep your septic system running smoothly. For a limited time, we're offering septic tank pumping for just $399. Call Preferred Home Services today to take advantage of this offer.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Home Services. Go, 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 Preferred.
Congratulations to head coach Amy Godfrey. She was named the SCACA Coach of the Year for all classifications as she won 3A Region 2, the Upper State Championship, the State Championship, and South Carolina Volleyball Coach of the Year. She will be recognized at the annual awards dinner this July.
Here at Cox & Cole Attorneys at Law, we've got 2 attorneys, West Cox and Lee Cole. We handle real estate matters, closings, and real estate litigation and probate, trying to bring compassion to those that we serve and our client.
Give us a call anytime. Our number is 864-847-9289.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
Check.
Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul.
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Back here in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth, I'm Blake Miller with Billy Gibson and Austin Tripp. Ethan Mayfield on the camera. This second half will be most of the JV guys, second teamers for the Canes, more likely on varsity. And Billy, so far here in the first half, it was a good sight to see. A lot of running the football. Colton Bagwell looked good. Nice deep ball to Seth Hickerson. The offense just looked, I mean, not everything's perfect in a scrimmage, but it looked as good as it can look as Zach Pritchett steps in the booth.
Hey, Zach.
But yeah, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, if you're Coach Freight and you're seeing this as your last preseason game, you really like what you saw tonight. Run game was there. The few times you did pass, 95% were on the money. As a defensive perspective, you really liked what you saw from that front seven in the box. The back end didn't get as much action as I'm sure you'll see during the season, but they really looked good, especially fitting the run still and just playing an overall solid game for a team that's just starting.
As the Razorbacks bring it out close to the 32-yard line. And, yeah, as you were talking about, just everything tonight has looked the Canes' way. Of course, across the region, we've talked about halftime Powdersville losing 14-0 to Broome. Right now, Woodmont up 22-6, Fountain Inn up 22-0. But a lot of shockers in week 0 as we open up high school football. And football is back. It's in full swing. We got preseason NFL. College football starts next week. It's a good feeling, Billy.
And I think of the one thing, if you're Wren, it's no disrespect to who you're playing right now, but you realize next week
it's a different animal.
It's a different animal. And that's just anybody. There's not many places you're going to see that are going to have a 5-star in their team, one of the top players in the state, much less the country.
I'm about to say, not just the state, top 5 player in the country.
He plays both ways. He's going to run the ball. He's going to play that linebacker. you have to find a way to limit what he can do. So as long as you don't let the guys not named Sammy Brown beat you, and you can limit what Sammy Brown does, you should have a good game.
I think the Canes will do exactly that as Walhalla's second group looks to get out of the pocket. The Canes trying to track him down to the 35. They'll run him out of bounds to make it third down and a little bit more manageable for the Razorbacks. A couple names of that: Wesley Reed, a Jerebic brother. Brandon Kirby looks like he's still out there on the field for the Canes. This isn't a super big roster for this Canes varsity squad, so you'll still see a couple names out there that you still know and love if you're a parent at home, as there is a player down. Back towards the line of scrimmage. So we'll take a quick second. Scores haven't really changed around, Billy, but as you look deeper into that schedule, you're going to play the likes of, well, it's just bad news for Anthony Freight because the 2-year schedule in high school, it's whatever Jeff Tate wanted. Jeff likes playing the hard competition early, get you ready for region play. Maybe not what Anthony Freight wanted to do, but what he stepped into. And that first stretch, as a Cane fan, you started 0-5 last year. You want to steal one of those early.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of you got to be ready to play early. As you alluded to, Coach Tate kind of got on that bender of, I want to play good teams early, as we've seen past years of, like you said, Jefferson, Burns,
Hillcrest.
Those are some really strong schools, and as much as you might tone it back for the years to come, it's still a good testing period to see where you're at, because you're playing those big schools. If you can, if you hang with them, once you get to region play, you can beat anybody.
Yeah, you're fine. And Kane walks off the field nicely, and how tonight's playing, the team that you're most afraid of on that schedule in your region is losing 14-0 to Broome right now. Of course, I know there's probably Belton fans listening, tuning in, looking at the Canes. That team is definitely one to watch as well. Marquise Henderson is a running back that's going to tear across the state and lead maybe the state in rushing yards. Just last year as a sophomore had over 1,000. He's definitely going to be a force to be messed with as it's 3rd down and 6 for the Razorbacks. Canes trying to get in the backfield. They can't bring him down, going to track him to the sideline, and that's where they take him out to make it 4th down.
All right, if you could do me a favor, maybe a favor for the people listening at home, can you remind us what the region looks like this year? Because it feels like it shifts every other year at this point.
I don't know if that's what Austin's looking for right now. No, Fountain Inn, Southside, Powdersville, BHP. As here comes Austin with the Region 2 standings. Powdersville, BHP, Southside are in, Palmetto, Fountain Inn. So it is a favorable schedule for the Canes. You feel, if you're a Canes fan, this is no cocky, boastful. As a Cane graduate, you feel like you're a lock for the top 3 in any sport.
But that's not even cocky. That's the expectation. That's what, as a Wren alumni, and for the years to come, that's always been the expectation, is you want to at least host a playoff game. If not more, at least one, and that's really where you want to look to. As
the punt is downed up past the 37, but I couldn't have said it perfectly. I said this last year whenever it was a basketball season and the Canes were waking up to go play Upper State against Travelers Rest. It's not when I put out tweets, when I say stuff, it's never in a cocky or at any one direction. I'm a Wren graduate. It's an expectation level as a Cane of you're expected to win the big games. You're expected to upset teams you're not supposed to beat. You're supposed to be the team that comes out every Friday night, especially for football, and you're going to shock the world tonight.
And one thing I feel like that's a positive for Wren is it feels like in past years, Wren hasn't caught the best side of the region. It feels like they always get placed with some of the upper echelon teams in the region. I think this is the first, maybe second year we haven't seen Daniel in a region with us in probably 15 years. So the fact you get you beat the teams you should be a lock for top 3 in region.
As it looks like a flag happened on the punt. The Canes defense back on the field, make it 2nd and 11. But, yeah, as you say, you're still, of course, can see the Lions in the playoffs in any sport. You saw it in basketball. That was probably the game of the year in basketball for Wren Daniel. I think they played each other in volleyball. I'm not completely sure. Yes, I'm getting a head shake from the media guy. But football, haven't seen them since they've changed regions. as Walhalla takes a snap on 2nd 14. A lot of pressure for this Canes young defense, as that's out of bounds. It'll make it 3rd down and a little more manageable once again for the Walhalla offense. Ethan Sistrunk back out there playing for the Canes. He made a big impact early, as this young Canes defensive core looks to get some reps, as these snaps are big for young guys.
For these young guys, it's all about development at this point. A lot of them aren't going to see the Friday night lights right away, because it's a process. You go from that 8th grade to 9th grade year, and it's an honest, really big adjustment to make. You really got to dedicate yourself to the kind of the way you eat in the weight room and just working on just the fundamentals. It's really big to take that step, especially from your freshman to your sophomore year. And for these guys that are freshmen, this is vital to them to help them grow as a player.
And as you said that, the man in 33 made another tackle to make it 4th down and 9, as he's trying to make an impression to get one of those nice varsity jerseys, as Powdersville finally strikes in the 3rd quarter to make it 14-7. Woodmont still up 22-6. And Fountain still ahead in their ball game here in week 0. Punt is off. It's super high and will go way out of bounds. I don't even know where they're going to mark that.
I'd like to see where they mark this one.
And it looks like he's going to stay at the 30. And that's where the Canes' second group of offense will go to work. Again, last scrimmage, I want to say the last name for me is, I know Austin explained it to me, Wine Coop or Wine Cup? Wine Cup, Wine Cop. I know Shep's parents are more than likely watching. David Thompson's definitely watching, and he will 100% correct me, because he's a baseball player, and he is a mighty fine baseball player for the Canes in future years, as more than likely he will come out and be your QB2 for the Canes. Also, Isaac Wigington is the tailback for future Canes to remember, as 6 is a problem in that backfield. He'll get touches as the year goes along. If anyone goes down, of course, not something you want to happen, but definitely capable. As Wynkoop rolls up top, looks to go deep, has a man, goes up high, points a ball inside the 30, and hello, second-team offense with the Founders' 1st down.
It's a good way to get it started, as we got a flag right at the 44-yard line.
So that is not a good sign if you're the second group of Canes, as that flag more than likely is on the Canes. Illegal man downfield. Wincop. That feels so wrong. But I'll believe you, Stan the man. New athletic director for the Canes here in 2023. So that Founders' 1st down will come all the way back. Looks like it makes it 1st down and 15 for Shep and the Canes offense. Of course, no score being kept here in this final quarter. 12 minutes, we're down to 8:42. 2 up top, 2 down low. Wigington stands in the backfield.
And what a little nice change of pace right there. You run it all game. The second team gets in, you go, take a shot, kid.
And he looks like he's going to throw it once again. He pump fakes, and he takes a sack. The timer just didn't go off. And he held it a little too long, takes a sack, makes it 2nd down a little bit longer.
I guess when you got a kid that's a baseball player.
He's got an arm.
You know he's got an arm. Might as well let him sling it. Let him get these reps in, because
he's looked good when he's got the opportunities to come in and play. If you're a Cane fan who's been watching over the years, you know quarterback play has never been a problem for the Canes. It's been star after star that's coming and filled a role. 16, one of those next guys up, throws out in the flat. It looks like it's going to be Ethan Harkness. He'll get up towards the 1st down marker. He drags a couple Walhalla Razorbacks, and it looks like he did get the 1st down. It's going to be a Founders' 1st down.
Lower the shoulder, big fella. I mean, he just carried.
He didn't just lower the shoulder. He drugged some guys.
One on his back, one in front of him, and still
88.
It's impressive.
He's a guy that's got a couple starting reps with 87 and Parker Bell. A 2-man tag team at tight end.
And that's one thing you haven't seen at Wren for a while, is the real usage of tight ends.
Wington gets the ball, looks to make a cutback juke. Flag in the backfield, and he loses the football. Can he fall on it? Looks like Walhalla got under him. And the ref says Walhalla football. Too many moves for 6. And he forgets the football. Flag on the field, more than likely going to be on the Canes nonetheless. So that'll be a turnover on drive number 1 for Team 2's offense. At 7:16 here in the third quarter. Decline flag. Walhalla football says white cap. Looks like no scores have changed from the area here in 3A. Billy, I mean, you see that on the scoreboard. It makes you feel a year you're coming in. I know no one probably wants to hear you don't have a chance, because you always have a chance when you're in. But coming in this year, you're thinking new coach, offense, you lose a couple transfers, big guys in the not going to say transfer portal, it's high school football, but you lose guys to big-name schools, and you're going in with Colton Bag. As Walhalla has a man inside the 20, a deep ball for the Razorbacks, gets him in the 15, but to continue my thought, just a season you thought maybe a punt year. You get to the playoffs, that's what you want. This team has come in and said, no. Anthony Freight's mindset walks in the door, completely changes the mindset of the football team and goes, we're here to win championships.
And for a guy that got to play a year with Freight as a coach here, he was defensive coordinator I want to say my junior, senior, maybe just my senior year. He's a tough love kind of guy. He wants the best out of you, and he's going to do everything in his power to push it out of you and make you the best possible player you can be.
As a high snap goes over the quarterback, and the Canes beat everyone to it. It looks like Walhalla's going to fall on the football, but a big loss for the Razorbacks. They're on first down. And there's some transfers. Remember making this or helping make Austin make this graphic earlier in the year. C.J. Willingham goes to Raven Gap. That takes Eli Willingham with him. Mason Holtzclaw goes to Christ School to play quarterback. Transfer in Malachi Smith goes away to J.L. Mann. And, of course, the biggest surprise is Jeff Tate going to Ashley Ridge after retiring here at Wren. Takes a new head coach job. But a lot of names missing from a year ago as Walhalla looks to throw deep into the end zone, and it's picked off. The Canes have it inside the 10. He's looking for some blockers, gets to the 20, and he'll run out of bounds at the 25. So the Canes' young and youthful defense gets an interception and gets the ball right back for this offense.
Good job of just finding the ball, getting to the spot, and raising up at the highest point to get it and get your offense who had a bad mistake last drive and give them a chance to make up for it.
And I'm sorry for no names at the moment. I don't have the roster pulled up. I don't have my laptop connected to the hotspot. But I know family members watching home are like, you gotta say his name. I'm sorry. He will get his name called sooner or later down the stretch. As we go on through the season, the Ship comes back in at quarterback, 2 up top, 1 down low. Looks like a new running back in the backfield for the Canes after the fumble from Wigington. Handoff right side. They look for a gap. Trying to drag some Walhalla defenders. He'll get up close to the first down marker. Looks like he's passed it for a Founders first down. First down and 10 for this Canes offense as we hit 5:50 here in the third. Of course, Billy mentioned a while ago, Canes offense group number 2 fumbled on their last drive. Looking to score here in possession number 2. Handoff left side, has some blockers. Runs through a Walhalla Razorback.
I mean, could have driven a semi through that hole. That was a great push up front.
It almost looked like he was walking through the hole.
It looked like he grabbed the ball to see where the hole was, and he kind of looked up and goes, oh.
There's a hole there.
I can just walk through this.
2 up top, 1 down low. For Shep in offense number 2, another handoff up the middle. Breaking some tackles, dragging some Razorbacks once again. Second down and manageable once again.
Running tough. I like it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You get these second guys in, and
they're ready to play.
Not afraid to go down and just.
And, man, for that to be a second group offensive line, Billy, that's a nice second group offensive line to have.
You definitely like what you have for the future.
This is some big guys, some hog mollies up front. 1 to the right, 2 up top, 1 down low. Shep takes it, rolls up top. He's got the arm to get it to the sideline. It's dropped. Keeps it 3rd down, makes it 3rd down and 4. Same kind of play style plays being called here as those quick outs to the sideline, trying to get him confidence on his first couple drives here. Of Of course, again, if you're just tuning in late, no score being kept here with the twos for the Canes and Razorbacks, 112-minute quarter. And Shep and company try to mark down the field.
And going back, looking at the schedule, you said it was a tough non-region schedule, and I truly didn't realize how tough it was because you named the big team Jefferson City and Burns, and you had teams like Teohana and Hillcrest and even Seneca. Seneca's been a...
That's a team that gave the Canes a lot of trouble a year ago, lost to them twice. It's definitely going to be a fun start to the season. I think a lot of these Canes that were on that team last year, that Seneca game, that's going to be a wake-up game. That's going to be you're waking up to play, you're waking up for revenge. That's a team that ended your season a year ago as Shep hands it off in the backfield. He'll be dragged behind the 30 for a loss on first down. But Teohana, you mentioned, that's a team that Anthony Freight's very accustomed to. He talks about it in the Move and the Change interview. I want to say he lost to Teohana very close at Hillcrest last year, if my memory serves me correct. So he says he remembers that in the back of his head. He wants to beat Teohana. I think Jefferson's game, that's a lot of people aren't going to have the Canes in it. I think it's closer than people think it will be. As Shep takes a snap, throws the little screen out, it's dropped. Make it 3rd down 15.
And I think there's a lot of history between Wren and Teohana, too. So that's a game that, when I played, that was a game that I can tell you right now, I remember Perdermo talking about it. He always saw that as just a blood rivalry. Maybe it's not the Teohana West sides of the world, but it's definitely two teams that did not like each other for a long, long time.
You grow up being friends with a lot of kids from Teohana. You go to church with them. You hang out with them on the weekend. I mean, I went to New Spring growing up, knew a lot of Teohana kids. As Shep Weinkoop has an open man inside the 5, and he'll fall down to the 2. Founders first down for the Canes. Number 82 for the Canes falls inside the 5. Teohana is beating Bowling Springs 27-19. Not Bowling Screens. First down and goal for Shep and the Canes offense. Snap. Handoff up the middle, looking for a hole, trying to drag some defenders, not going to get in. But Teohana is winning that game. Obviously not that big of a shocker, but Week Zero's held its own here in high school football.
Not kidding. There's some of those teams where you see them at the start of the year and you just kind of check it. You're like, I'm going to be, no matter what, I'm going to make sure I'm ready for this one.
Jefferson losing 17-7 Alpharetta. That's a Georgia rivalry over there. So obviously Jefferson not off to the start they wanted to be. Looks like the Canes didn't get in once again. Makes it 3rd down and goal. Also good. If Jefferson does go on to lose that football game, you like that for the Canes. They're coming off a loss. They're kind of down in the dumps.
Got to travel across.
Got to come to South Carolina. We got to see Madison County, who's a team from Georgia. They got to play the Canes, and a lot of Canes fans in the stands were, if not saying it out loud, thinking, this is Carolina football. We're going to show you what it's about. As Weinkoop is in the pocket, he looks like he's going to go down to make it 4th down and goal. Quarter 2 in that Jefferson football game. Nice score updates from the athletic director. It's still 0-0. Again, not keeping score, but Shep Weinkoop had a big throw down inside the 5. Now the Canes 4th down and goal from outside the 10. Snap, he'll roll up top looking for one of those outs to come open. He has one open. Touchdown, Canes. As Shep and the Canes offense for group number 2 drives down the field and scores on a 4th and goal.
And just some really nice passes. Just hit them where they need to be. Granted, that was the hardest pass to make, but he made the pass. That's really gets understated. The hardest pass
to make is the wide open pass.
As South Carolina fans, I watched
Ryan Helinski throw a ball into the bushes to win a football game. Yeah, I had some painful moments.
But as I'm sure as a baseball kid, that was throwing a ball from 3rd to 1st, just nice and easy.
PAT on the way. Flag. Blocked nonetheless. Looks like it will be on the Canes from Voices. Oh, correction, offsides on Walhalla. So we'll redo the PAT. But going back to just the season, I mean, we talked about non-conference, talking about inter-region. I talked about the 2 teams to watch for Powdersville, BHP. Of course, you don't want to ever count out teams like Southside, Fountain Inn, Palmetto. It's just Palmetto loses the AD, loses the head coach. They're resetting. I want to say Powdersville's offensive coordinator is the new head coach there. So they're kind of resetting, looking for their new groove offensively. Fountain Inn, it's still year number 2. They have no seniors. They're going to come. They're going to be there sooner or later in every sport. Fountain Inn's very athletic, got a lot of kids that can play. So I just don't think they're there yet. And Southside's a team that you just never know.
And it wasn't too long ago that Powdersville was in that same situation. They were just starting out as a school and maybe had a class of freshmen and sophomores, and that was it. And they were playing varsity football, and they had to endure that and go through that. And past couple of years, look where they're at now.
Yeah, battling for state championships, of course, lost last year in the state championship. I want to say to Beaufort, if I'm right, as Beaufort had that offense where they ran the football a lot and often, and they kind of ran it down the Patriots' throat. Fountain Inn up 28-0, though. They get a nice start over West Oak, which I don't want to say that's an easy win, but Fountain Inn definitely showing everyone that they're beatable.
As a matter of fact, is that not Walhalla's little crosstown rival? Aren't Walhalla and West Oak, don't they usually have a week? Didn't they used to have a week 0 game every year?
See, I want to say you're right. Jefferson beating Alpharetta 20-17. Fountain Inn lost to West Oak 6-9 last year. So, upgrade.
Improvement.
Yeah. Trying to read what Austin typed out there was kind of hard for me as the Canes will kick off.
You never want to look too far forward into a season, but as a person that graduated from Wren, and I'm sure how close the 2 communities are, I'm sure everybody has that Wren-Powdersville game circled.
See, that's the thing is Walhalla will take the kickoff return. He falls at the 28. I have talks and I have very close communication with one of my best friends growing up went to Powdersville. Have no ill will towards him. It's just
it's a rivalry.
When I went to high school, they were in full swing. They had the kids to play with anyone, and it's just we just didn't like each other.
There was one time in my high school career where the stands were so packed, people were around the track just trying to watch the football game, and that was the first time Powdersville came to Wren. And I've never never seen so many people in a crowd and just the electricity in a football game. And for people that don't know, Wren's a big stadium for a high school. It's got some big seats. For it to be that packed and just people just crowded around the track because the seats are so full, it's not a feeling I had in all the time I played football.
And it's also like, of course, you have the rivalries with Palmetto, BHP. You talk a little bit during the week, but Powdersville is different. It's kind of you show up or you don't.
They're right across the road. It's literally kids that you probably went to elementary school with.
A lot of these kids played football together growing up. We especially did. That's why it was so. I mean, it's just you don't talk to them that week. We're not friends when we step on the football field. After we can hug and shake hands, but when we go between the lines, it's put up or shut up.
And that's what makes football great, is the fact that you can, just because we're friends 364 days out of the year,
that one
day, it's personal. Somebody's got to be big brother.
Yeah, and the Canes have not been able to be big brother in football here of late. But the Canes look to redeem themselves this year with a new head coach, as it looks like it's going to be 4th down. Walhalla will punt as the second group defense has came out and put a hurting. As Hillcrest is up on Lawrence 42-9 at half.
Big surprise there.
They're obviously not missing Ansley Freight too much tonight. They have some superstars of their own. Avery McFadden is the guy that I know transfers in high school happen. It's a guy that, if anyone was going to follow Anthony Freight to Wren, it's like you would hope Avery McFadden would think about it sometimes. But, of course, he's an electric athlete, and he's going to be a guy that plays on Saturdays. We'll take a quick break here. Come right back here on the road as the second group's play here in quarter number 3. Back here in the Founders Federal Credit Union booth, Shep back out there for drive number 3 for the Canes. He looks like he's going to wind up and go deep. It looks like the receiver was touched up a little bit. There's going to be no flag. Carson Bryant, the intended receiver. Guy we haven't seen a lot tonight. He looks, in that first scrimmage, he was one of the guys that you expected to take on a bigger role as the season went on. A lot of young guys getting some time here to wrap up scrimmage number 3, if you count the jamboree.
And I think this is something we haven't had from a long time in Wren, is we're not used to seeing a young Wren team. Usually you have 10 to 12 guys out there that are seniors. And this is the first year that we really haven't seen that senior leadership just be there from a whole group of guys. There's not as many seniors as you've had in past years, and you can tell, though, they're stepping up. You have the younger leaders there, and it's really good for the future of Wren football.
As Isaac Wigginton gets a Founders first down, as he's back in the ball game after his fumble on the first drive. A guy, I talked about it when they first came out there. He's a guy that has high expectations in his future as a Cane. At tailback especially, Shep looks to run. He's going to be driven backwards for a loss of 1 or 2 on first down and 10 as the clock runs out here in quarter number 3. As we'll see if the one quarter thing was real or if we play another one. Should be one 12-minute quarter. Looks like Shep in the south end trying to go fast, get another touchdown. Here late. Shep winds up, heaves one towards the 10, and it's going to be picked off by a Walhalla's cornerback. He'll be tackled at the 20 with 12.9 seconds here in quarter number 3. Broome still beating Pattersville 14-7 as that enters the fourth quarter over there at Pattersville High School. Their opening home game, Fountain up 28-0. And Woodmont up 28-6 over that newly coached Palmetto Mustang squad.
And if this is the presumed last play of the scrimmage, to recap, you really liked what you saw tonight. You have to. I mean, you had your ups and downs, but for the most part, I mean, you came in here and you executed what you needed to execute. You should feel pretty good about going into week 1.
As the handoff's taken, he was tackled on a lot of scrimmages. You just said, I think the offense is what's shocking a lot of people was you get a quarterback. He's not the 6'3" Mason Holtzclaw he had last year with stand up and throw it anywhere you kind of wanted to. Colton Bagwell's showing he can do both. He can put it where you want to deep. He can also sprint out, and he's gone to the end zone on the edge. So, I mean, this Canes offense is showing what you like to see. The Canes defense only gave up 7 tonight. But in all, a great night to be a Cane, as it looks like. It says final question mark. I just realized that. Final question mark.
It looks like the chain crew's running down to the other end. I don't think we're done yet.
Looks like we will have another quarter here. Even the PA announcer just got tripped up on his words. He said that's the end of the first half of the second quarter, I think.
I feel like we're playing college basketball and high school football.
It looks like they will go to a fourth quarter here with number 2, so you will have to listen to me and Billy for a little bit longer.
And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with some more football. I mean, anytime you get a chance, doesn't matter what level of football it is, it's always good to get out here and just enjoy it. Whether you're a former player or just a fan that's been around this community for a long time, you really just enjoy being out here because this community is tight. It's been tight for a very long time, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
And I mentioned this week. I forget who I was talking to. That's also one thing this year that I really like is it feels like a reset in all aspects. Of you get a new coach, he brings in a new mindset, the community changes. I think that's where, I hate to admit this, I think that's where Powdersville's kind of taken a leap over Wren in the last 3 to 5 years as the community's had a little bit more back support. It's kind of carried over to how the players play on the field. They feel like everyone's with them. Now I think it's right back the other way. I think Canes, the community's kind of rejoined in on the football team of we're right back of expectations are high. We need to get back where we were, back to a state championship. Anthony Freed's kind of brought that confidence back. And it's showing. The Canes have showed out in every game they played so far here in all the scrimmages. Malachi Orr is in here late. He's a name that we saw in scrimmage number 1 come in and get some sacks. He's a young gun that looks to steal some reps from some of the starters. Yeah, as I was saying, I just think the community it's been telling. We felt it here on the broadcast team. We've received a lot of commercial, a lot of sponsorship ideas, stuff like that, and we're grateful for it all. But I love to see the change and just support here in Piedmont, as it looks like the Canes getting another stop to make it third down.
And it's no disrespect to the guys that were here before, but it's really nice to have some youth in this coaching staff. You got coaches that want to prove something. It's not the legacy anymore. It's the up and coming guys that want to prove that they can mold these players into the best, not only athlete, but best person they can be. And it's really nice to see that kind of re-energizing movement coming through and seeing the players kind of play different than what we've been accustomed to.
As it's third down, pressure into the backfield, just throws it up. No one's there except a couple Canes defenders. But rebounding off what you said, I think it's good. There's also a mix. When the road's still here doing secondary, a legacy guy was a great Cane in his day, one of the best running backs in Cane history, if not the best. Sidney Rhodes comes back after playing special teams. He's been here a couple of years now, but he takes a bigger role. We didn't really talk about the new coaches in a couple of these scrimmages. Jordan Miller comes from Tijuana linebackers coach, becomes the DC. Who better to steal off of than Anthony Freight, who's done this for so long? He's been a DC at a state championship football team. He's been a head coach at the highest level of 5A here in South Carolina. I mean, that's only going to make him better. As you see Sidney Rhodes come up on the screen, safeties coach, special teams coordinator, a name that I think you were about to put up. Trey Atkins is the name I've talked about. He played at South Carolina. I know me and Billy remember him, a nice slot guy, played a little bit, went to Mercer, finished his college career. He graduated from Hillcrest High School, where his knowledge of Anthony Freight comes from. He gets his chance to start his coaching career here. No better place to do that than Piedmont. I think that's a kind of a nice solid. I totally forgot Coach Perdermo, the new OC, comes from Hillcrest, coached JV when I played JV here at Wren. Wide receivers coach on the varsity team. He's, I think, the biggest addition. I think he changes the pace for this Canes offense.
And I don't think there's a more perfect definition of tough love than Perdermo. He is going to hound you, but it's because he wants you to get it right and he wants you to be just a good player and a good person, because he drills it into you, and he's not afraid to do it in a little bit more of a harsher way, but it's because he loves you and he wants that out of you.
Yeah, I talked a little about Jordan Miller. He's a Tijuana lacrosse head coach, also over there at Tijuana. That's a good place to come from, Tijuana High School. That's
a lot of D linemen to come through
that's
there.
That's a line up and smash mouth football. That's who you want coaching your defense, as those will be the two coordinators on each side of the ball as the Canes incomplete. That pass makes it third down and 11 or 12. But you said it's a rejuvenation, it's an aggression, it's a mindset that's kind of all changed in one off season. It's a great feeling here in Piedmont.
We talked about it not too long ago. We went back and we were like, this feels like old school Wren again. They don't have the size that they've had.
They're the most talented ball club.
But they are not afraid to step up, hit you, and just play with a different mindset than that we've seen in the past while.
As that ball is in the middle of the field, incomplete, makes it fourth down. But, yeah, rebounding off what you said, like, not the most talented, but the most aggressive, the fastest kids on the field. That's what everyone always had said about Wren. They're not that talented, but you better not miss, because if you miss, they're gone. Bailey Rogers is the first name you think of. That kind of started that mindset of, like, they're the fastest kids in the upstate. Like, when you go to Wren, you better be ready to cover the outside, because if you don't, you're getting beat by 30, as looks like Shep rolls out looking for a ball towards the 35. It's going to be incomplete. The Canes will turn it over. Back to what we were talking about. Just a new mindset. As I think it's going to be a great year here in Piedmont as we hit the 7-minute mark and the defense comes onto the football field for the Canes.
And it's going to be fun to just see how they take to it. Because, they've already taken to it, but when they truly embrace it and this new mindset that's kind of been instilled in them, this team's going to be, doesn't matter if they have just a bunch of small guys on the field. They're going to play their heart out, and they're going to play 48 minutes of just pure
smash mouth football. Yeah. 6:30, Walhalla gets the football back. The Canes defense, they are instantly at the line of scrimmage. This young Canes defense hasn't given up any points. As both groups of defense have really flown to the football.
And I think if you're Mr. Miller, JV head coach, you like what you see so far. You like what you're going to have on this JV team this year for the guys that are going to be on JV, and you're like, you feel comfortable with what you have and what you're going to be able to grow with.
Snap, roll out up top. It looks a sideline right to a Canes defender. I mean, right in his stomach. Big for the Canes, and they'll take it right back with 5:50 and rolling as the clock looks like it's not stopping here in Walhalla. But we'll take a quick break, come back. The Canes have the football here on the road. Right back out here, Founders Federal Credit Union booth. So you see Zach Pritchett, the running backs coach for the Canes.
Shout out my JVO line coach my first couple of years.
My head coach as being on JV. He was a nice O-line coach to have. His Powdersville's retaking the lead. Looks like they went for 2 on their touchdown. Made it 15-14 as they're in a dogfight in their home debut. And this Canes offense looks to score once again as we're inching closer towards the 5-minute mark. 2nd down and 9 for Shep and company. Snap, handoff up the middle, looking for a hole. Dragging some Walhalla defenders up towards the 50. Makes it 3rd down and 6, 7.
Right now, it doesn't really matter what running back's in the game. It seems like everybody's just able to fight for that extra yard every single time.
It's good to see from all aspects, from everyone involved tonight. O-lines played well, both groups. Of course, this offense has already put 6 on the board. Looking for another one. Shep takes a snap on 3rd down, hands it right back up the middle. He's got a 1st down and more, a Founders 1st down. He's got speed to kill, looking for a hole. He'll fall inside the 25 up to the 22 for this Canes group number 2.
If you're Coach Pritchett and Coach Perdermo, you feel really good about your running back depth right now. You've had 5 guys now come in, and every single one of them's ran the ball really well so far.
Correction, it's not Shep in the backfield, number 15 for the Canes. Again, I don't have the roster pulled up at the moment. 3 up top, 1 down low. Snap, handoff once again left side, and Walhalla's there to greet him for a loss of 1. As we inch inside 4 minutes. Billy could be wrong here, so don't blame me if it's wrong. Caden Hill is number 15, the quarterback for the Canes. Austin throws all blame on him. Ty Davis at QB.
Dang it.
Yarbrough comes in clutch again.
I wish, Mr. Yarbrough, I really wish you could have texted that about
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, that'd be
Ty
great.
Davis to the end zone, touchdown Canes. We get the name right, and he says, Blake, I got you, touchdown. Canes strike again. Group number 3, pretty much for the Canes, as Ty Davis comes in and throws a bomb.
Look at one name not right. Get the name right.
Touchdown. That's about right. As those guys that are down the depth chart for the Canes, you'll see on Thursday nights more than likely making an impact here in scrimmage number 3. As Canes look like they're going to go for it. They missed a 2-point conversion earlier tonight. Looks like a timeout. We'll take a quick break with 2:27. The Canes go for 2. We're back here in Walhalla, South Carolina. Canes going for 2 after the Ty Davis touchdown throw. Takes a snap. He looks to throw once again. Throws it to the flat. High ball caught. 2-point conversion good for the Canes as this third group of offense has driven it right down the field and put 6 up.
A couple of really good balls from Mr. Davis on this drive. I mean,
and what a name for quarterback. Sounds perfect. Sounds like a guy you hear on Saturday. Ty Davis. I don't know why I'm picturing him in a Wake Forest uniform right now. Jefferson up 27-17 now in the middle of the third quarter. Touchdown, Sammy Brown. Clemson fans are happy about hearing that one. Not going to be happy next Friday night if he scores. I'm not. 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Canes will kick it off. Nah, Sammy Brown's there's a better word than exceptional. I can't find it right now, but it's, you said phenom earlier. This is like extraterrestrial. This is a guy that he's going to be a sideline-to-sideline linebacker in college football. He's got the speed. He's got the range.
He's the prototype. He's the blue chip.
He's the new prototype. The Isaiah Simmons of the world. Like, he plays running back. Like, he's got speed to kill. It's going to be exciting to see him just play football next Friday night in Piedmont. As the Canes look to kick off.
Hopefully not too exciting.
Hopefully the Canes are able to shut him down. The kickoff is caught at the 25-yard line for the Razorbacks. Canes tracking him down. Looks like Malachi Orr's the man that goes and gets him. Correction, that was 41, not 40. Not Malachi Orr. 1:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Walhalla's offense looks to get something rolling. Here was group number 2/3. Canes defense hasn't allowed any points here in the second half.
And just 7 overall. I mean, you're Coach Freight.
You love it.
You love it. I mean, there's no way else you can explain. Of course, you had the couple dips earlier in the game, but it's football. It's meant to happen.
How do you bounce back? That's
exactly
the question. This Canes team last year, it felt like after something bad happened, it was kind of just going to keep unraveling from there. Not tonight. Snap, handoff up the middle. Canes are there. Can they bring him down? And yes, they can. He's drugged back towards the 30. And it'll be second down and 11 or 12. Camden Lewis on the tackle.
Gotta love as soon as it starts to feel good outside, the day's over.
We're about to have to go home. Of course, not keeping score if you're tuning in late. Canes offense, groups 2s and 3s have scored twice. Ty Davis with a touchdown throw. Ship Wincott with a touchdown throw. Another handoff and a loss. Once, before it said 3rd and 14, it said 2nd and 10 equals 34. That's the best math problem I've ever heard. That's called football's back.
I'm going to need you to show your work.
Any math teachers at home listening love that Billy quote right there. Throw out to the flat. It's going to be incomplete and, a little extra after. It's going to make it 4th down. The clock's going to keep rolling, more than likely ending scrimmage number 3. I don't know if they're going to want to get another play off after that one.
They're taking their time, that's for sure.
4th and 14 as we get 15. I'm not going to count you down. Canes defense looked good tonight. The offense looked even better as they put up 35 in that first half, 34. Correction as they missed a 2-point conversion. They will get a last play off. Throw to the middle of the field is dropped. And the Canes, I don't want to say win or lose, but they definitely won tonight. They played really good in the first half. Ended up winning the second half as well. Billy, any final thoughts?
Just like I said, just an overall good performance, especially for a week 0 preseason game. It's not going to show in the stat column, but you really like what you have going into week 1. Colton Bagwell looked amazing. Your run game, your O-line up front looked good. Your wide receivers, they caught the ball, blocked really well. And defensively, it's exactly what Coach Freight wanted, exactly how you draw it up. So going into week 1, you know you have a challenge in Jefferson City, and you really like what you have going forward.
Of course, I'm Blake Miller. Billy Gibson was the color guy tonight. Austin Tripp's the man behind the 1s and 2s. Ethan Mayfield's the man on the camera. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow Wren on Twitter, Austin on Twitter. I post highlights if you missed anything during the game or games throughout the season. All Wren Athletics. We thank everyone at home for listening here tonight. The Canes start football next Friday night at home against Jefferson City High School and Sammy Brown, the 5-star linebacker. It's been a pleasure coming into your homes tonight. We'll see you next week on the Wren Broadcast Network.